Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is Crafting with V, and if you are new here, welcome. So glad to have you. And if you're returning, thank you so much for returning. Make okay, was making sure. How is everyone today? Okay, so I hope that y'all can hear me okay and see me okay since I'm in my camper at a campground. I've got this set up just a little bit different. Good morning, Margie. How are you? Is everything sounding okay? Good morning, Beth. So glad that you're here. Lazy retired granny, good morning. Okay, that's strange. It's telling me that there's only one person in here, but it looks like there's actually at least four. So that is all good. Just a second. I'm going to look at this other screen real quick. That is so strange. Hi, Wendy. How are you? Okay, so I am working on my golden fox painting. This is normally one that I take with me places, so it doesn't get done very quickly. Um, right now I'm working on the piece, which is color 939, but I've got one more name to add, or not name, but yes, name. There was, what was that other? I cannot check my comments, but there was I believe it was Shimmer. Okay, so I did get my notebook for this. Now it's saying 5. Okay. A while ago, whenever everybody was popping in, it was only saying that there was one in here. Okay, so first thing, I'm going to go ahead and read these off, and later, a little bit later in the live, we will go ahead and decide, but we can add more names to the. Um, that would be great. I wish that I could actually fully camp this weekend, but since I have to work here in a little bit. Hi, Connie. How are you? Sorry, I've got my phone set up so that I can see the chat a little bit weird. I've got it in like a mini loaf pan thing so that I can see the chat. But the names for the tree club that we have is V's Tree, Charlie Brown Tree, Keyring Tree, Sparkle Tree, which I believe that was suggested by 2 people. And then Just Hanging, Sparkle Branch, and Shimmer. So far, I am doing pretty good. I actually already had my coffee, got to spend the morning outside drinking my coffee. So peaceful. I wish I would have got some more videos, but there was some more geese out there again. I think they happen to like this particular spot. Um, it was a really, really nice night last night. Um, we actually didn't even keep the AC on last night. We just had all the windows in the camper open, and it was nice and cool this morning. It's not supposed to get above 82 degrees today. That is a good idea. I'm going to add that to this keyring. That's just what I started calling it whenever I first bought it because mine in particular was one that I got at the Dollar Tree. And whenever I got it out of the box, it looked really scrawny. Um, but it turned out to be okay. And I only paid $1.25 for it. And I think I've got another white one like it too. Hello, Melanie. How are you? So glad to see you. But we were going over the names of what the tree could be. I've gotten 7, uh, well, 8 now. Bees tree, Charlie Brown, keyring tree, Charlie Brown tree, keyring tree, sparkle tree, just hanging, sparkle branch, and shimmer. So we'll decide on that here in just a little bit. We'll let everybody vote on it. Sorry, I dropped the phone. I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to read the bottom part of that. I forgot to bring my little stand for my phone, and it's at the house. I could go and get it, but I didn't really want to leave this morning because I want to enjoy the time that I actually have here. We're going to have to probably pull out of here tomorrow morning before we go to work. Yes, voting. Name the tree club. Good morning, Candace. How are you? But I I haven't got to spend as much time at my campsite as I would like to. And I've actually thought about going ahead and reserving the campsite for 3 or 4 more days till probably Wednesday. Hi Tita, how are you doing? So glad to see you here. But it's just next week. I don't know if I'll have any more time to enjoy the campsite, so I haven't decided yet. Because it's like my son was only working 1 day a week at his job, so he was helping me with the grandkids. Well, this next week he actually works 3 days. And he had asked for a little more time at work, some more hours. And they were like, "Oh, I thought you were only available to work on Friday." He was like, "No, I can work Tuesday through Friday." So they actually put him on there for another 3 days this week. So he's working a little bit more. That's good for him. He'll make a little bit more money. You've been up since 4 a.m. I have. I think I woke up about 6:30 this morning. And that was about normal for me. Most of the time I wake up between 6 and 6:30. True, Margie. I can't quite say that. I don't, after years of having to get up, when before I started in the position that I'm at now, I had to be at work at 2 a.m. in the morning. And I absolutely hated it. And I did that for probably 8 or 9 years. I hated that shift. And then right after I left that shift, about 6 months after that, they ended up having to come in even earlier at midnight. So I a few more done on Hope Run Steep. I'm started on the second row going back down. So hopefully next week I'll get to work on it a little bit more. I will have a PR package coming in soon and that is one that I will probably try to start right away. I still have 5 WIPs right now. One of them I'm kind of stalled on because I ran out of a color. Um, I I like doing multiple WIPs myself, but that's just me. I like being able to switch them around for my mood. So, but I know what you're talking about. There was one time I had like 9 of them going at once, and that was a little much, though. I know. I This one, and to be honest, I had those drills put up, and I don't know if I just forgot where I put them at, or if they just didn't send enough. Well, I've only got 3 big whips going, and Hope Run Steep isn't that big, so it'll be pretty quick to get that one done. And then I'm still working on my mystery painting, and I'm working on something in the air, which is the Nightmare Before Christmas ones. Well, I started that one a while back, and it was one that I just had to put to the side. There wasn't anything wrong with the canvas, but it was just one that I just couldn't get into. I just I tried working on it, and whenever I do that and I'm just not feeling the canvas, I'll go ahead and put it to the side because I want to have fun while I'm diamond painting. I know, Beth, I wish I could have got yours, the one your size, because I really like doing the bigger paintings because they're so much more detailed. But I think that this one is turning out pretty well. There's some that would look a little bit better. But yeah, if I'm not enjoying a painting though, I will put it to the side and then I'll bring it back out a little bit later. Sometimes I'm more in the mood for it. Sometimes it ends up going back to the side again. I've got I am doing just the opposite right now on the big ones. I've got 2 rounds and a square, but there for a little while I had 2 squares and a round. I know, I cannot wait to see that. You'll have to send me a picture so I can put them side by side once you're done with it. But yeah, there's times that, but I've only had like 4 or 5 paintings in the total time that I've done them that I have completely just given up on and not finished. And they were pretty bad. One of them was a Seven Dwarfs painting, and they had so many different symbols on there that they had like a lowercase a in red and a lowercase a in blue. And then they had so many that were like that, and I kept putting down the wrong drills the whole time on it. I would constantly put down wrong drills, and the symbols were just too hard to distinguish if you were not paying real close attention. So I finally just gave up on that one. And then there was a square drill one that had so many popping drills that I couldn't even get a square finished. And it was already, the drills were already starting to pop up on it. So I got about halfway through that one and I quit working on that one. And I really wanted to finish that one. It was a little mouse eating a strawberry, and it was a pretty big painting. But I just ended up throwing that one away, and I can't even remember what the other ones were. But it's been a while since I've had one that I completely didn't finish. Um, I thought about starting on this one this weekend. I don't know, let me switch this over so you can see it real quick. This one right here, but I didn't. Because I thought that this might be one that would be nice to start on 4th of July weekend. But I didn't start on it. I think I'm going to start on it anyway after after I finish Hope Runs Deep. It is really pretty. It was a PR package from New Craft Day, I believe. Yes, New Craft Day. I've got it wrote on the back so I don't forget where they came from. And I cannot wait to start that one. I think it's going to turn out really well. They did have several different versions of that on their website. If I remember, I'll try to go back in and edit the description on this and add the link to that. The one that I'm working on, I got from Amazon. It was like $3.99 whenever I got it. I'll try to find it and see if they still have it. But I've had this one for a while. That is so strange. I might, if that happened to me, I might end up switching out drills because I don't know why they would put Dumbo as tan. Beth, I have had to do that so many times. And mine isn't most of the time whenever I do that. And like that one painting, it's more the fact that I'm talking or not paying attention, or I'll think about, I'm going to do V. And then I'll look over and I'll see another symbol that's close to it. So I'll go ahead and pick that up to work on it. And then it's like, nope. So I'll be working on it and then realize that I did the wrong color and have to take every single one of those off. turn out okay. I've had some that really, really surprise me once the drills are down. But I had, we actually had a really good 4th of July. I did take more videos, but there was a few people, a few of the grandkids that I didn't get around to getting permission to ask them if I could post them. So I had to cut those out because I will not post anybody's kids on here that I do not have permission to do. That is true, Connie. And Diamond Art Club used to be the worst about that. They've gotten better in the last few years. But before theirs were terrible at doing that. They did that all the time. In fact, whenever I start working on some of my older kids, I'll show you. Um, I've got to start doing my stash unboxings. Just, I'm sorry, but with my stash unboxings, you won't see the toolkits because I took them out whenever I got them. Especially the Diamond Art Club ones because my daughter was wanting all of those trays to fit in her tower at the time. But so all of my Diamond Art Clubs don't have the toolkits in them. I work on my diamond paintings. Sometimes I work in the living room, not real often. Right now, anyway, because of the grandkids being there, and they pretty much, even though I made them a playroom, they still take over the living room. Stardust came really close to knocking over my drills several times, but she has not done it yet. Normally, I can't blame her. It's all me. I'll pick up a tray and then just fumble it, and it'll go everywhere. But but Stardust is always, she's so, whenever she wants attention, she is very, very persistent. And if I don't give it to her, the first place she'll go, and she knows that she'll get in trouble for it, but the first place she'll go is she'll go over to my laptop and get on the keyboard. And then if that doesn't work, she'll go over to another table and try to start knocking stuff off of it. She is so very, very persistent. But I don't think I go through a painting without it spilling at least some drills. I think I've done something like that, Beth, with the grandkids because it wasn't so much. Remy tends to, she'll drink her drink, and if she sees one of the boys set down their drink, she'll run over and try to get it. And I'm constantly getting onto her for that, telling her that she can't get anybody else's drink. And I think I did that one time. I had a bottle of drills in my hand, and the bad thing was I hadn't even poured them into the tray yet. But I had the lid off, and I was trying to stop her from getting that, and just out of habit turned my hand, and they all went to the ground. I think I was lucky that time because it was 310 drills, and I always have plenty of 310 drills. I think they just send extra of that color, just no matter if you need them or not. That is so true, Margie. You're not a diamond painter until you've spilled drills. I used to diamond paint I would sit in the bedroom and diamond paint a little bit while watching TV in there with Josh after we went to bed a little bit. And I spilled drills in the bedroom, and we were finding drills forever. We we finally got a new mattress and stuff and haven't we haven't found any since, but we were finding drills forever. Since that time, I don't take my diamond paintings and work on them in the bedroom at all. Josh lets me put up my diamond paintings anywhere I want in the house, take over all the tables and stuff, but he's like, our room is I get to decide what goes in there. So I leave the diamond paintings out of the bedroom. Okay, what color are we going to do next? Wonder how that's looking. Let's turn that off. That's actually looking pretty good so far. This is just the bottom of the fox with the little flower right here. I think that this one's going to turn out really pretty. I actually really love this tray. This is my Bella Art Day Nicole tray. I absolutely love using this one. And I've started trying to take it with me and using it for my one that I take with me. Um, let's see, what color should we do next? How about 9, which is 823? Like a dark blue. I don't know the exact color of it, but like a dark navy blue. They are really, really nice trays. I really like this one. It is actually one of my favorite trays. And then this one, I actually started out diamond painting. My daughter gave me one of these trays to start diamond painting with. And I still love these trays. They're like the green ones in a way, but they've got a higher wall to them. And they've got a higher wall to them that it's definitely a lot bigger. I don't have one of the smaller trays with me to show you the difference. It's like twice as big as those, and it works really, really well. So I've got several of these now, but that's the type that I actually started out. I really want to get some of those. Lexi had some of the Tribricks, and she loves them. absolutely loves them. But there was like 2 or 3 of them. She ordered several sets of them, but there was like 2 or 3 of them that were broken, and she said she cannot get a hold of anybody to replace those. I am still probably going to take the chance and order some anyway, eventually, but she said that their customer service is not very good. And she has actually ordered something from them before and had the same issue. Their customer service isn't great. I, I've thought so many times about ordering a turned pen, but I just cannot make myself do it. I think the most expensive pen that I've gotten has been the ones from um, Diamond Art Club. No, take that back. I went to the Craftably store whenever it was open, and they had a pen in there that had metal tips, and it was a really nice pen. It had the two placer that I like with it. And so I bought it, and it was like $25. And I think that's the most expensive pen I've ever bought. Most of mine come from Temu or Amazon and all that. I've really thought about getting one of those, but I just can't make myself do it. But I'm sure that'll change eventually because whenever I first started diamond painting, I told myself I was not going to buy from the premium companies like Diamond Art Club and all that because they were too expensive. And then I happened to see the Minions painting on there that I wanted, but I wouldn't buy it because it was so expensive. So my daughter bought it for me. Lexi bought it for me either for Christmas or my birthday. And I can't remember which. And it took the first Diamond Art Club I did took me almost a year to complete it. Because that one's a really big painting and I was still getting used to diamond painting. And I fell in love with the Diamond Art Club paintings. And then I went on a buying spree from Diamond Art Club. And that's why I have so many now. I believe that this one that I'm using now is a Diamond Art Club one. I do, however, want to try Diamond Art Club's twist ones to see how they work. I want to try one out of the new kit, so I'm probably going to try to order something with one of the new pins in it from there, and then they're supposed to start getting ones like this with that twist. I will be watching tonight at work. I always listen to everybody's videos while I'm at work. I can't always comment on them while I'm at work, but I do listen to all of them. Yeah, that's the way I am. I do want to try them. I've I've heard good things about their putty, and I've heard bad things about their putty, but it seems like every time I try a new type of putty or wax, I always sorry, I always end up going back to the regular wax, like the purple wax and pink waxes, all that. but I don't know what it is. I'll use the others for a while and then I'll go right back to these. I don't know if any of y'all have watched the last Whip and Chat, but well, I know a few of y'all have. I've seen the comments and stuff, and I got permission from Granny because I wanted to make sure it was okay with her first. But I'm going to start reading some comments and emails on my channel as well. I didn't want to step on any toes. So if you would like, you can go ahead and send me some emails and comments and I'll read them. I did get one comment, but they asked me not to, so I won't. But the ones, if you don't want me to read them on the videos and stuff, just let me know in the comment or email. And I'll make sure that those are ones that I don't put on the channel. But I'm hoping to be able to. Beth, I know you are probably not looking forward to school starting back, but I cannot wait. Thank you. That's okay, Melanie. That is completely fine. I completely understand. Whenever I'm at work, I can like a lot of them, but I cannot comment because I get busy. So, but yeah, I'm gonna start doing that on my whipping chats. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do any of those in the my mind just went completely blank. I'm I'm not sure I'm gonna do them in the lives just because I'll have those to do in the whipping chats, and we have a lot to talk about in the lives. I don't know when our schools start back. Oh, and I was telling y'all in the whipping chat about Remy, and she was going to go back to the doctor. What is PD? Thank you so much for stopping by, Tita. You have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. But I almost dropped my pen. One thing about being here, I don't know. I wore my I call them my flippers. They're sandals. And I've got little bug bites on my feet. I hate that. Whenever you said PD in your whipping chat, I don't remember if I got to comment on that or not, but I thought you said PV. And I was like, what is PV? Because we actually have a school district here in close to where I live that that's what they call it. That's not the complete town name. But yeah, I was thinking, is she talking about that? Because I knew you said that you lived in Arkansas, right? But I thought that you were further away from me than that. Okay. But yeah, I know you were showing a Barnes and Noble store, and I know that we don't have a Barnes and Noble around where I live. We have a Books a Million about 40 minutes away. Okay. I used to have to go to Little Rock 4 times a year for my son after he was diagnosed with diabetes. I absolutely hated that drive up there. I'm not one for driving in a lot of traffic. And you did do very well in your whip and chats. I loved both of them. I've watched both of them. Can't wait for the next one. And I absolutely love hearing about books as well. It is, and I had to go up there by myself a few times, but most of the time I made Josh drive up there. I hated driving in Little Rock. And the children's hospital wasn't that hard to get to. But yeah, it was. I am actually glad that that part is over with, but they were wonderful at Children's Hospital whenever Andrew was diagnosed with diabetes at 14. They were absolutely wonderful. That's true. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this on the tree club names. I've got 8. V's tree, Charlie Brown tree, Charlie Brown keyring tree, and then just keyring tree, sparkle tree, just hanging, sparkle branch, or shimmer. So which one do y'all vote for? And I'll try to put them down on here. And then we can make that decision before we have to go ahead and take off for the day. I take it that stands for V's Charlie Brown keychain tree. Okay, we'll put one vote for that. You're combining 2 of them, or 3. Sorry, I'm having to move my phone so I can actually see all of the comments on this one. That works for me. Any other people want to make a vote on it? But yeah, I really enjoyed Beth's videos. They were Charlie Brown keychain tree. Okay, Beth and Melanie, are you saying the V or just the Charlie Brown keychain tree? Okay, so Melanie is. So I guess it's gonna be the V's Charlie Brown keychain tree. That is all of the ones. Okay, we got the long. So the name of it is V's Charlie Brown. What's that? Brown keychain tree. And what, or VCBKT. It took a while, but it's named. I do make my monthly journals. I don't always show them on the channel and everything, but sometimes I do them by week and sometimes I do them monthly. But yes, I am making them. Sometimes I don't get to decorate them as much as I would like, but they're fun to make and they give me a little bit of, and it helps me keep up with all the stuff going on. I can start making some more videos on that. I have not done the one for July yet. I got a little bit behind on it. I've got a drill stuck to my hand right there. I don't know if y'all can see it. Switch it over. Right there. I got a drill stuck to my arm. I I will try to do both, but yes, I will try to put a link in there for you for that video, and also for I'll do another one. It might take me a week or so, but I'll try to get another one done as well. Um, but if you go to my playlist, I think I've got a playlist called Planners or something like that. There's only 2 videos in there for that, I think. Um, I believe that one is one that I put in there, but I will definitely link it. And Josh is back. I can hear the truck backing in. You are so welcome. But okay, since everyone has we voted on that and everything, Josh is going to be in here in a few minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and let everybody go. I will see everyone next time. I enjoyed this live. Um, thank everyone for showing up. If you don't mind, hit that like button on your way out. And I will talk with everyone later. Thank you so much. I will try to enjoy what I can of what's left. Bye. Thanks, everyone.